There is new hope for veterans suffering from PTSD, and it involves an illegal drug popular in the club scene.
Investigative reporter Laura Geller joins us with a story you'll see only on 13 News Now.
A club drug to treat PTSD. You heard that correctly. The government has fast-tracked a study on how MDMA, more commonly called ecstasy or Molly, can help people with PTSD.
Many in Hampton Roads know the tragic reality. PTSD can result in suicide attempts and deaths. The disorder is difficult to treat, and right now the only drugs approved don't actually heal the patients.
We've known for a long time that although some medications can help decrease the symptoms, they aren't curative.
Psychiatrist Michael Mithoefer and nurse Annie Mithoefer have worked together for years using therapy to help people with PTSD.
The treatment involves revisiting the trauma and processing and bringing understanding to what's happened.
But that in itself can be traumatic. For some veterans, going back to the harsh realities of war can cause overwhelming anxiety. For others, they've shut down their emotions so much therapy is not effective. That's why the Mithoefers, who lead the Charleston study site, say MDMA has been successful with this patient population.
It gives people a period of time when there's less fear.
Here's the science behind it. The drug decreases activity in the fear center of the brain and increases activity in the processing center of the brain. So people don't feel the fear which normally prohibits them from facing their memories. And at the same time, they are able to more clearly process what happened.
Michael and Annie take us through how the study, spearheaded by a nonprofit called MAPS, works.
It doesn't tell the dose of MDMA.
In addition to regular psychotherapy sessions, there are 3 times where participants are randomly given either MDMA or a placebo with their inpatient therapy session.
We don't know during the study what people got.
They are monitored at the study site for a full day during those sessions. The drug sessions are spaced 3 to 5 weeks apart. In between, there is regular therapy. It's all spread over 12 weeks.
After one MDMA session, we've had a number of people say they could sleep through the night. And before that, they could not.
In the initial phases of the clinical trial of 107 patients, about 65 no longer registered on the PTSD scale. At the 1-year follow-up, that number increased to about 73. Using a Schedule I substance for treatment is not without stigma or concern. Doctors say participants need to be closely monitored so the drug doesn't affect their blood pressure. There could also be psychological risks if participants are not properly supported by trained therapists.
And what would you say to the skeptics who say this is just an excuse to legalize MDMA?
Neither the FDA nor any of us think this should be a take-home medicine where you can pick it up at the pharmacy. We think it'll only be licensed in licensed clinics that are set up to give it directly to people under direct supervision.
Before that can happen, the final phase of the FDA trial must begin. Researchers want to enroll 200 to 300 people to participate at 15 research sites. We're told this time around, they are expecting to have a lot of veterans.
Did you ever think that eliminating PTSD would be a possibility?
No. It's been pretty amazing to see what's happened.
Information from doctors is helpful in understanding the bigger picture, but we wanted to know how this really works from someone who's been there. Tomorrow on 13 News Now at 11, we're going to introduce you to a veteran who has already been through the MDMA treatment. He went from attempting suicide 5 times to working on a national presidential campaign. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.